driving is morally wrong and it has become a public safety problem. I would like to demonstrate that first, it is illegal to drink and drive. Second, alcohol causes a driver to become impaired. And third, people are dying needlessly. I met a boy a few years back whose life changed in an instant when a drunk driver was trying to travel too fast going around the corner. He quickly lost control, striking the boy, and drug him nearly 15 to 20 feet before coming to a stop. He hadn't even realized he had hit the little boy. Time and time again, our roads are being traveled by people who make the wrong choice to drink and drive. A study called Behavioral Impact of Drinking and Driving points out that 1 in every 140 miles traveled is driven by a person with a blood alcohol content of 0.08 or higher. When you think about this, it poses a risk that at some point in your life you can be involved in an alcohol-related crash. In fact, the Digest of Ohio Motor Vehicle Laws claims that it is unlawful to operate a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol content of 0.08. The blood alcohol content is the level at which the states decide that a person is considered to be impaired. Although the Ohio State Highway Patrol points out that impairment can occur at lower levels. In fact, an article called The Impact of Alcohol in Pedestrian Trauma illustrates that drunk driving plays a notorious role in traffic safety and impedes the success of injury efforts. Even though laws are in place to discourage this type of behavior, people still choose to disregard the law. Of course, should people continue to break the law, the Ohio State Highway Patrol points out that a conviction subjects a person to mandatory penalties of jail time, a court-imposed driver's license suspension, which requires a $250 reinstatement fee, fines that range from $200 to $10,000, and all of this depends on the number of previous DUI or driving under the influence convictions within a 5-year period. A driver is also required to show proof of liability insurance or a bond. Although a third and fourth offense is considered a felony, your vehicle can then be immobilized or made for you to forfeit it. For drivers 21 and under, the Digest of Ohio Motor Vehicle Laws reveals that the law authorizes police to file charges against drivers who have a blood alcohol content of 0.02 but less than the 0.08, and still they must face similar penalties and charges. After all, a safety problem does exist, especially since drivers become impaired too quickly. They cannot make good logical decisions. In fact, a study called Behavioral Impact of Drinking and Driving Laws insists that it's too difficult for drivers to know when they have consumed too much alcohol. The NHSTA claims that to make a generalization about how much you can consume before becoming impaired would be just too unreliable. This is true, especially since everyone reacts differently. The only true way to know is not to drink at all. Regardless, should a person still choose to consume alcohol, they should be aware that the reaction time is slower and their perception is altered. As a result, this poses a safety problem, not only to the driver, but also to the public. For example, an article called "The Impact of Alcohol and Pedestrian Trauma" explains that driving is a complex skill which involves motor and cognitive coordination. The article also illustrates that a person with a blood alcohol content of 0.07 to 0.09 causes a person to have impairment of balance, speech, vision, reaction time, hearing, judgment, and self-control is reduced, as well as reasoning and memory. The National Highway State Traffic Administration also reveals that alcohol-related crashes cost more than an estimated $37 billion annually. Although the government realizes that alcohol is causing a safety problem, they have put in place stricter laws to discourage this type of behavior. Yet, people still drink and drive. In addition, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration also suggests that the stricter laws is a way for government to intervene so the perceived costs exceed the perceived benefits. Still, every day people are dying needlessly. In fact, in 2010, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration claims more than 10,000 people have died in alcohol-impaired driving crashes. That's one death every 51 minutes. All in all, stricter laws have deterred some drivers from breaking the law. However, others who are determined will find a way. We as society can help actively to help reduce the number of people who break the law by driving with being too impaired to drive. We could do this by dialing pound 677 to alert authorities. As a result, we can help save people from dying